It's sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It's a Monday, and we're getting ready for this weekend. Easter's coming up, so we got a lot of fun stuff coming up on the show.
That's right. A week full of fun, of course. What else do you find on Carolina and Company Live, right? Great show lined up for you today, but first we're going to talk about what's going on with the weather. Zach?
We're warming up nicely behind that cold front right now. Temperatures currently in the mid-60s. There are a couple of upper 60s out there. A lone 70-degree reading up there in Laurinburg, and not much higher than that for our daytime highs today as cold air continues to funnel in behind that departing cold front that brought us some showers and even a few thunderstorms late last night and while you guys were sleeping. 24-hour temperature change shows those numbers down by about 10 degrees just about area wide. Meanwhile, while the temperatures fall, the winds are on the increase. Nice west to northwest wind today. Sustained numbers in the blue indicating anywhere between 10 to 15 as an average. Gusts in the yellow indicating wind speeds could reach 25 to even 30 miles per hour at times. Earlier this morning, prior to 5 a.m., we had a wind gust out in Laurinburg, Scotland County, near 40 miles per hour. The Grand Strand, Myrtle Beach, indicating a wind gust at 35 during Good Morning Carolinas, 33 there in Darlington, and 32 in Florence. So by far a breezy day today. Live Doppler 15,000. It did its work this weekend. It gets a day off today, and for much of the week, that is until week's end. There's the storm system. We say adios, good riddance as it finally pulls off the eastern seaboard. Now it's all about that ridge of high pressure building into the deep south. Notice it pushes off the eastern seaboard coastline by Wednesday. That will induce yet again a southerly wind. That means temperatures are going to stay suppressed today and tomorrow, down by about 5 degrees below average. After that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, temperatures ticking back up above average. Sunny and breezy all day today from the beaches to inland locations with highs around 70 to 71. Late week, we deal with another storm system. This is an upper level low plunging into the Great Plains, moving through the deep south, Mississippi River Delta, and then out through the eastern seaboard, bringing us a risk of thunderstorms on our Friday. Storm Prediction Center saying a risk of some scattered severe storms are possible. Of course, this 5 days out. Bottom line, things will change. So all you really need to know right now is there is an isolated shot of a few scattered severe storms on Friday, but things are going to change when you're 5 days out. That's going to happen. You just need to be aware of the storm threat on Friday and keep checking back on that forecast every single day leading up to Friday. We'll fine tune the timing and the threats as we get closer. No real rain chances until then, though. Maybe a few isolated showers Saturday morning, but we're looking nice on the other side of that next front.
All right, great show lined up, of course, for your Monday, starting with our Hollywood Minute, and then, of course, going into our video of the day, and, of course, keeping you updated on your favorite celebrities and their birthdays.
That's right. Everybody wants to know when their celebrities are having birthdays. We're going to tell you all about that. Plus, we've got the tech tip today and today's guest. Now, listen to this.
All right, go for it.
We've got a lineup. We've got the new football coach from Coastal Carolina with us. And Ann's here to talk about what's going on at the Myrtle Beach State Park.
Always something fun happening there. Also talking about Palmetto Giving Day that comes up May the 7th, and more weather for you, how to be prepared for hurricane or severe weather. All that coming up right after your Hollywood Minute.
We've passed on all we know.
Star Wars movies are taking a pause. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy told USA Today at Star Wars Celebration Chicago that following the December 20th release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, the film franchise will go on a planned hiatus, with no new movies being announced for the time being.
The galaxy's changed.
The force is strong with the video game side of Star Wars. EA has announced a release date for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The video game following a young Jedi Padawan will be available to play on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on November 15th.
In a moment, the Lord of this monolith will give you a task.
If you prefer your Star Wars game experience to be more immersive, here's a first look at Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series. The Verge reports the first episode of the interactive adventure will feature a story lasting approximately an hour and a lightsaber dojo mode. Episode 1 of Vader Immortal for the Oculus Rift and Oculus Quest devices is scheduled to release later this year. From a galaxy far, far away, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right, talking about our video of the day. The world's largest plane takes flight for the first time after years of development. A gigantic 6-engine megajet flew for the first time on Saturday. The Stratolaunch aircraft is a giant flying launch pad designed to hurtle satellites into low Earth orbit. Whoa.
All right, the aircraft's wingspan measures 385 feet wider than any airplane on the planet. Stratolaunch systems will offer the military, private companies, and NASA a more economical way to get into space. The company's model calls for getting satellites into space as easy as booking an airline flight.
My goodness, look
How
at that
about
thing.
that? That's a big boy.
Oh,
I'm not kidding you. All right, let's find out something. I want to say congratulations to somebody.
Go for it.
Check this out. I'm talking about Andy and his wife Ashley. They just announced, he's down at, of course, Russell's Raw Bar, announced that they're having a little girl. Well, congratulations. And yes, it's okay if you name her Cecilia.
Oh,
No,
you know, I'll be
That
honest
won't
with you.
work. No.
I think that's a beautiful name. I
you?
really do. I
Really do?
love that
Okay.
name. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about today. Today is, of course, Monday, April the 15th, and this is tax day.
And it's also crying day after you pay your taxes. You do a little crying.
All right.
All right.
Birthdays for today, 1987, Samira Wiley, 32 years old, Netflix series Orange is the New Black, film Rob the Mob, and also The Sitter.
All right, 1997, Macy Williams. She's 22 years old and the HBO's hot show Game of Thrones. And before fame, she studied ballet and other forms of dance when she was 11 years old.
All right, today in history, 1947, Jackie Robinson becomes the first African-American to play in the U.S. Major League Baseball, and that was, of course, for the Dodgers.
And he was a great player, I'm telling you. 1958, the 10th Emmy Awards, and winners were Gunsmoke, and the ladies is Robert Young and Jane Wyatt. Those were the winners in 1958.
All right.
All right, let's listen to this now. From the Know-It-All Department, President Lyndon B. Johnson owned an amphibious car.
Okay.
The amphibious car he used it to scare guests by driving them into a lake. And everybody screamed, he screamed, the brakes failed. But of course, the car would float.
It was just a joke?
Yeah,
he
it was just
would
a
mess
joke.
with people?
Yeah, he just did that to scare people.
Can you
when he was
imagine
driving
now
in
if
the
we
car.
had that to scare, scare the media and scare?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, if I drove one in the lake, it would sink, I'm sure. That's it from the Know-It-All Department today.
That's right. Great show lined up for you. We'll be right back.
Is the blue light emitted from our devices harmful to our eyes? Find out after our advertiser. LEDs found in many smartphone, tablets, and TV screens can give off a significant amount of blue light. And while there are conflicting reports, many say that blue light is linked to eye strain and headaches. It's also known for disrupting sleep patterns. For those concerned about these symptoms, you can purchase blue light blocking glasses. They have filters in their lenses that block or absorb blue light, reducing exposure when using your devices. These blue light glasses are from Pixel Eyewear. They filter 50% of blue light waves without the yellow tint. They're also anti-reflective, reducing computer glare and eye stress. There are other popular brands as well. I'm Francie Black. For more great tips, visit techtangotoday.com.
All right, the National Tropical Weather Conference is at South Padre Island, Texas this year. The annual event brings together media and weather experts who work hard to make sure the public knows when bad weather is on the way.
And join us now from the conference with some timely tips on planning for extreme weather is Jim Clifford, a severe weather planning expert and a senior underwriter for USAA Insurance. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, tell us about the National Tropical Weather Conference and what it does to help consumers.
Absolutely. It's been a fantastic conference, and what they've been talking about is the science behind the extreme weather events, right? And how we can get more precise about the timing and the location of those events and really educate the public how they can prepare in advance of those storms.
We live in an area where, of course, hurricanes are always around. So what do we need to do to make sure we are ready for this?
Absolutely. I'm really encouraging folks to really talk to their insurance agents about their coverage and really be sure that they have the right coverage they need for that situation. In a hurricane, you may need up to 3 different policies to properly cover you for what could happen. Your routine homeowner's insurance policy is not going to cover you for rising waters or flooding. And you really need to think about flood insurance now, because the timing it takes to get that flood insurance is 30 days from the point of asking for it before it's actually active.
All right, so what are some things we can do to prepare and protect our property?
Really, I think the time is to plan now, right? And you should really, think about wind shutters, plywood panels that individually fit each of your windows, caulking around any openings. It's all about preventing water intrusion in the home, because water is what does most of the damage, in addition to the wind, as you well know, in a hurricane situation.
All right, what should we do right now to make sure we have the proper insurance?
Really, talk to your insurance agents about that insurance coverage that you need for your specific home. And then really, I think it's important to think about that event now. Prepare for it now before that crisis situation happens and your family's kind of in a situation about planning evacuation routes. If you have those planned in advance, you have your go bag ready if you're going to evacuate. You're prepared for your family and including pets in that situation. Be thinking about how you would survive without water and electricity for 3 days.
All right, and talk about where we can go to find out more information on emergency kits and all information about insurance to get prepared for hurricane season.
Absolutely. More information is at usaa.com/help.
All right, thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate it. More Carolina and Company Live coming up in just a few minutes. All right, earlier this year, Coastal Carolina University, they replaced their head football coach. We've got him on the show right now. Talk a little bit about the program and the new things he's bringing to Coastal Carolina football.
That's right. He's not new. He's been here for 2 years. He was assistant coach.
Meaning,
yeah, he's a new coach, though.
New head, right?
He got a $20 raise, and he's
got
moved up. All right, Jamie,
right.
how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right, let's tell everybody first originally where you're from.
I'm from East Tennessee, a little town called Caryville, Tennessee, right out about 30 minutes north of Knoxville.
I know where Knoxville is. All right, now, taking over the head, the coach. All right, what do you got planned to put together this year for your team?
Well, I'm filling a lot of shoes with Coach Moga, obviously.
Are.
So, but the last 3 months have been great. You know, we're trying to lay the vision for our program, and our team has bought into that. And we have an opportunity to get to a bowl game, and I'm hoping that that's what we get to do this year.
Y'all already started practice.
We did spring practice.
Yeah,
we just finished last Saturday. Yeah. And so we wrapped up. We started early March and finished Saturday, and now here in about 2 weeks we go recruiting.
Yeah, okay. We got some footage that we're showing from last year.
What does that look like for recruiting for you? Where are you headed?
So,
or can you tell us?
We go. We basically hit all the states that we play in. We go from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and then we'll go up the East Coast up through Delaware, New York, up into Philly.
Some exciting, ones you're going to look at. Some exciting players.
Yeah, there's some good players. Plus, there's good places to eat too.
That's right.
That's always a plus. So anytime y'all need somebody to do a show live, remote, we can do that on the road.
That's right. Let's go.
So, but that's part of it right now. And then this summer, we do a lot of recruiting camps this summer, and it gets rolling in August.
All right, we're talking about 6 months away before season actually starts.
August 31st.
Okay, all right, not far.
Just less than 6 months.
But you're gonna put together a good team. I'm sure. I'm sure you lay into bed at night and think, I got to do this. I got to do it. You got to keep up with what we've been doing.
You are. There's always pressure in any job but it's the pressure you put on yourself. So we've had a good program. We've made this jump to FBS,
yes.
and so there's high expectations. But that's what you want. You want to be at a place that has high expectations because you know they care about it.
That's
so that's what we're working for right now.
Jamie,
sounds like good things.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks. All right, stick around. We've got more coming up.
Myrtle Beach State Park, they're getting ready for Turtle Day.
That's right.
Now, you got to find out what this is all about. We're talking about Turtle Day at the Myrtle Beach State Park.
And not just Turtle Day, but totally Turtle Day.
Totally Turtle Day.
And all kinds of other events. Earth Day coming up, as we all know. And talk about Totally Turtle Day.
So we have our annual Totally Turtle Day. I think it's our 7th year, so it's always the first Saturday in May. It'll start at 10 a.m. And we just have a round robin of lots of different sea turtle events. Kids can come out on the beach and do a fun beach obstacle course, learn about all the dangers sea turtles face. Programs, North Myrtle Beach Sea Turtle Patrol will be there with lots of great displays. If we're lucky, the leatherback sea turtles will show up. You could crawl through a shrimp net. When can you crawl through a shrimp net, right? So that's the leatherback sea turtle. That's how big they are. They eat jellyfish, and we're hoping they'll show up on migration any day now off the beach and off the fishing pier out of a boat. You know, of course, we're always picking up trash because that's really important about the sea turtles because they can easily mistake trash for thinking it's jellyfish. And we'll be digging in the sand, talking about why it's important to, you know, fill in holes. And just there's so many different things that, just as a beachgoer, that you can do better for sea turtles while still have fun at the beach.
And as locals, you need to do that because a lot of times our tourists, they don't know, they don't understand, and we need to teach them.
And we do, and because our park has, you know, we do have a lot of tourists, but we have a ton of locals coming in. Yeah. And so it's really up to the locals to take care of their beach and their state park. Yes, it's my state park, but it's also our state park, and it's really our responsibility. We get over 1 million visitors a year. Sure. We need help to take care of it. It's crazy, Cecil.
It's crazy.
And y'all had the biggest march you just told me that y'all have had?
We had a huge march. It was so crazy busy, just lots of folks coming in from other different states. And also, you know, this area is growing. There's so much development here, and so we have more locals coming in and enjoying the park. And we had a really nice march. So we're expecting to just keep going up. And so there's all these other programs going on. You know, Earth Day is in April, but we should celebrate every day. So there's kids stories going on Sundays, and so there's fun stories going on Sundays. And we have like a mindfulness meander walk where if you need to calm down and think about serenity, that's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Lots of different things. Check out our website.
That's what I was going to say. On the website, where do I go? Can you put events, or is there a calendar?
Go to nature and program events, and just go to at Myrtle Beach State Park. It's mbeachsp.com.
All right, now who can come for Total Turtle Day?
Anybody. It's all ages. It's not just for kids. You could learn a whole lot of things about sea turtles, Cecil.
You could crawl
and
through
if you wanted, you could crawl through the shrimp net. Absolutely.
Through the shrimp? Really?
Absolutely.
You could try.
Hey, it's designed for leatherback sea turtles.
And they're big. Let me tell you,
1,000 pounds.
I can get through it probably, man.
Do we need to register? People need to register for that?
No, you can just come. It's free with park admission, so it's a great deal.
All right, give them the date again.
It's Saturday, May 4th from 10 a.m. till about 1:30 p.m.
Come out and learn about the turtles and have all kinds of fun.
And how long have you been at the state park?
25 years.
You can tell.
How long has Cecil been on?
40.
Multiply by like 3.
I still have a ways to go.
Thanks, Ann. Appreciate it. All right, we got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, Palmetto Giving Day is coming up in May, and Carolina Human Reinvestment's here, a nonprofit out in Georgetown that services underprivileged youth. We're going to find out about that. Let's see. How you pronounce it? Gianni and Brooke.
There we go.
Yeah, they're here to talk about it.
You got it. First, let's talk Carolina Human Reinvestment. What is that for our viewers who have never heard of you as a nonprofit? And then we'll talk about Giving Day.
Carolina Human Reinvestment is a local nonprofit organization. We are a youth organization. We serve kids anywhere from 7 to 17 years old. We have an after-school program. We are very excited. We just merged our program with the Housing Authority program last week, and it's taking the program to the kids.
That gives you the opportunity to be able to reach more children, correct? And expand your program, which is the goal, to help as many as you can. All right, Palmetto Giving Day coming up May the 7th, huge for nonprofits in this area. Brooke, tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing for that.
Palmetto Giving Day is a 24-hour online giving day. So anyone can donate, doesn't matter when or where you are. You can go online to palmettogivingday.org and you can donate right from your computer or smartphone.
Fantastic. And now we see, of course, you have a crown on, you have your sash on. Tell us about this being your platform and why.
So I'm Miss Georgetown County this year. It was a great way for me to connect to the students of Georgetown County. So I got the opportunity to be a mentor, and I get to be on a one-on-one interaction with these children, and that provides them with another person, another face that they get to interact with and help them with their after-school activities.
The more the better of good influence.
Good platform. Very good platform.
I like it. Yeah. Gianni, how long have you been with Carolina Human Reinvestment?
This is my 7th year. as a director for the organization.
Fantastic. And you've seen a lot of change?
Yeah.
Definitely, yes. I enjoy it, and I keep seeing the changes with the kids.
All right.
That's great.
That's what.
Thank y'all
makes us
so
grow.
much for being with us. We do appreciate it.
Thanks for being with us. All right.
More coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right, awesome show today. Of course, don't forget about lots of nonprofits in the area participating in Palmetto Giving Day. Go to palmettogivingday.org for all of those organizations, and you can donate. All right, good show, right?
That's good show. Don't forget, now we'll be back tomorrow with a lot new guests and all kinds of things you can learn about.
That's
Tell
right.
a friend about it. Well, they'll watch the show because they will learn a lot.
That's right. Have a
We'll
great
see you tomorrow,
afternoon. See you
everybody.
guys later.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.